It's travel day.
Let's get out of Massachusetts. Back in New York. We are 70-ish miles from New York City. We have this little thing. We're not really wanting to go to New York City, but this park, this is a Thousand Trails park. It's called Rondout Valley. This is a cool park. We're already very confused over the things we've seen at other Thousand Trails and the things we're seeing here. But first off, I gotta show you guys this. I got a couple things I want to show you guys. The first thing is I get backed in over here and I'm like, Kaylin and Kira, you are gonna freak out when you see the back of our campsite. This is right out the back. I think Kira has come out of the water to go to sleep. Most of the time I'm like, where is she? She's in the water. I can hear her. I don't know where she's at. But look, here's our RV, right there. And then, here's this water. I would call it a river. Everybody else is calling it a creek. Whatever. It's a bit of a drop right there. Seriously, where's Kira? Oh, there she is. She's over at the friend's house. Yeah, so travel day was actually yesterday. We got it all wrapped up. We are here. We arrived here and were greeted by... That's interesting. It's like a tornado siren. That's the second time I've heard that today. Alright, so as soon as we pull in, over here at Pete's place, they're having a big old barbecue where they cooked a bunch of food. And they're like, get over here and eat some food. We don't want to put it in the fridge. I'm like, alright, well, let me get set up first. And so I was running around all fast, getting set up. And he's like, you mean business? I'm like, well, you said free food. It was great food. And then Kira's over here playing with friends. Like, she's made these friends over here, and then I'm over here and I see that some of our neighbors are Instagram famous. So I won't show who they are right now. I'll let y'all guess to that. But yeah, so everybody was all together. Just a huge welcoming party. We're having way too much fun here. We had a bunch of people around the campfire last night. The camera didn't roll. Tanya's like, I wish we could have captured that. I'm like, I do too, but we were having way too much fun. So this was great. We really enjoyed it. Now this campsite was great. They held it for us. They were like trying to make sure a 41-foot RV would have a good spot. There was a street over there. This just worked perfectly. We pulled on that street, back straight up, and I saw the water. They're like, do you want to be by the pool? I saw this river back here. I'm like, the kids are gonna be perfectly happy with this water back here. And the campsite wasn't perfectly level, and I actually probably should have used the Anderson levelers before I unhitched, but I didn't. And I believe Tanya got some footage. I'm not sure where that went. I could completely spin these two tires back here behind Daisy. Like Tanya's like, do it again, do it again. I want to catch it on video. So me being in a hurry to get some free food, I got this idea. I'm like, I don't like that they're off the ground like that. So I went and I got my Anderson levels and I got my 6-ton jack. I put them down there and I used my 6-ton jack like a battering ram to keep hitting them until they were firmly underneath there. Just the idea that I had, and I mean, they're on there. In order to get them back out, I probably will have to just drive off of them. So just a fun little tidbit if you get into a predicament like that and you just so happen to have some of the Anderson levels. I don't think that would work with the yellow Lego blocks, which you can actually see over there holding a Stinky Slinky up. I don't know that you could really do that with those, but the way those Anderson level things are, you can just kind of scrape them right under there. I probably should go and add some of the wedges to the other side just to balance it out. Now on to the drama about the leveling system. When we left Massachusetts, it gave me one error one time. Unplugged the wire for a little bit, plugged it back in, no more issues. And it was a fairly warm day there. We got here, it was actually kind of hot here. Like, wow, we're actually getting back to summer. How unusual for us. We've been freezing up in Maine. The leveling system, I think that this jack went up too much. I wound up with a new error. I'm like, oh, it's a different error. I don't even care that I have an error. It's a different error. I'm okay with that. It's refreshing to see something new. It was not the external sensor error. I had a fault on all 6 leveling jacks and it wanted me to reset them. So I'm like, well, you know, just at that point you hit enter and it retracts them all. And then we started it over and I made a few adjustments to what I had underneath each of them, like the wood blocks. I only had one there and I added another one. And this time it leveled just fine. So, like I said, that was refreshing. But I'm a guy that I analyze things. I collect data in my head and I make assumptions based on those collection of data. The majority of the time I'm seeing the external sensor error, the weather is colder. It got really bad when we got to Texas last November and it was very cold and wet. And it was worse then. It was bad in Maine where it was cold and wet. Are you starting to see a pattern with me? Join me, won't you? I am starting to wonder and speculate if it's possible that the crystals inside of the external sensor may be getting a little bit of frozen moisture in them. Might need to do some more research on that. That, like I said, it's just an assumption. All last summer we never had any problems, and now it was probably 85 degrees here yesterday when we arrived, and the external sensor had no problems. Worked just fine. Who knows? Maybe that'll all be proved wrong over the next few months. Maybe I'll run into a hot, dry day and still have the problem. We'll just have to see. But that is my current report. If you're following us because of the Lippert Ground Control 3.0, there's your daily update on that. What is it, Daisy? First we had a tornado siren, and now we got ambulance, fire truck, something to that tune. Now, let's talk about this park for a minute. I'll do a full review. I like to do the review towards the end so you can really get a feel from us as to how we felt about the park. But if you watched our video yesterday where I pretty much picked on the potholes at 1,000 Trails Park, then, which really is something we see at most 1,000 Trails parks, we get here and the roads are like in great condition. That's the first oddity. It's like, why are your roads so good? I'm confused. And then today, so we're really looking forward to something. Here's another oddity. They have a bouncy pillow. Now we see those things at KOAs and Jellystones. We've never seen one at 1,000 Trails. Far be it for us to say we've visited them all. We have not. We've barely scratched the surface. But this is the first 1,000 Trails we've seen with a bouncy pillow. On the downside, it broke 2 days ago. On the upside, there's a crew of 6 guys over there digging it all up, working hard to fix it. Are we sure this is 1,000 trails? I've gotten into this habit of seeing 1,000 trails parks where they're just, well, it's broke. C'est la vie. Here, there's a lot of workers. I think I've seen about 12 completely different work campers here today. Actively doing stuff, being busy, taking care of stuff. They're nice, they're good, they're working hard. This campground's a good campground. I'm impressed. Might have to start retracting more things I say about 1,000 trails. Maybe we've just been going to some bad ones. At any rate, I thought y'all should know about that. I look forward to giving you a full report on this place because so far it's turning out pretty awesome. They have a lot of activities, playground, swimming pool. I just got sap all over my finger. If y'all know me very well, sticky is a bad word in our house. Oh yeah, that's straight out of that pine over the top. So now I gotta watch out if I'm getting sap on this camera. It seriously just dripped right on my finger just now. Huh. Maybe I'm gonna get up and move. That was like a good chunk of sap. So this is a park and a campground. We are learning a lot about, sorry, I wasn't sure who opened the door there. There are people who have come to this campground for 20 plus years, a lot of them from New York City. This is like their escape. There are some people that we met that grew up here in the mountains, and last night around the fire we were hearing some of the most epic stories. There is so much to see and do up here. We're right by the Catskill Mountains, and just we got hammered with details of things we should check out, and it's like, well, we're clearly gonna have to come back here because there ain't no way in the time we're here we're gonna be able to hit all this stuff up. We're excited to check this area out. Just for starters, we heard there's a lot of waterfalls in this area with not very hard hikes. In fact, one of our guys we met in Massachusetts said there's a 100-foot waterfall with less than a quarter-mile hike to go see it. That's close to this park. I'm excited. So we're super stoked to be in this area to share this park with you guys and everything that we see in this area. New York has so much to offer that is not New York City. I know everybody thinks New York and they're like, I'm gonna go see the Statue of Liberty. There's so much more going on here than just the Statue of Liberty and what they've got down there. So much. The mountains, I mean mountains, that they have in New York are impressive. Our drive yesterday was beautiful. This is just great. We're excited to check this out. We're gonna be in New York for a while, so might not be as many travel videos coming. We're gonna go to, I think, 3 different parks while we're in New York, but we've got a lot of time planned for here. We've got the nieces that live in Rochester, and coming up we will be spending some time there. Is that the guy? Oh my goodness. That's the guy that was painting his RV in Columbus, Texas at the Colorado River 1,000 Trails. That's hilarious. This is a small world situation here. Kira is not sure if they can fish in this creek yet. She got her stuff out and was trying to ask me, can I fish? I think we need to find a ranger and find out. But yeah, this is so awesome. All the other stuff they got going on here, but this is amazing. Hands down the best part. I got Kaylin to come out. The neighbors have a 12-year-old, and I said, there's a 12-year-old girl, you should come out and play. Love you, girls. This is gonna make the girls so happy. They're out here building a big dam. Are y'all trying to actually go all the way across?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. So cool, Kira, you got some help.
Yep. We had 3 other kids, but...
Yeah, Kaylin just said she got her finger smashed in a rock, so she's...
Done. Done?
I don't know if she's done, but she's just hurt.
Yeah.
Probably needs to rest a little bit. I need to get the Blackstone out. I'm hungry. I want some eggs and bacon. And I know somebody else that would probably eat my eggs and bacon given the opportunity. So we are getting Starlink to work here. But it's dropping out on me about every couple minutes. It's being problematic for work-wise. Oh, hey. Can you see the little chipmunk? Our neighbor Pete here loves bird watching, so he's got a pretty cool setup to watch the birds. They hang flowers up all over the place, which Moody Beach did too. Look at this. So staff are going around tending to these flowers, making this place look all nice. I just realized there's a there's a dump station there and there. This park doesn't have 100% sewer connected sites. Not all of them are sewer connected. Ours actually has a newly upgraded sewer connection. The ones next to us actually do not. They've had problems with them, and so they are actively working to add more 50 amp hookups at this park and to add more sewer hookups. So this park just blows my mind that this is 1,000 trails. This is I guess where the money's going to make this park awesome, and it's impressive. I'm glad we are here. This is a great park. All right, I think I will draw the video to a close. Like I said, we'll do a full workup on this park later, but I need to go get back to work. Got a lot to do today. Work is work. Work must be done, and my lunch break is over and I still haven't eaten. Well, y'all, remember, life happens. Even great RV parks that have awesome neighbors, don't let that stop you. Stay fresh, cheese bags. I have to go wash my hand. It's still sticky. It's driving me crazy.